We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Guys, we are hanging out with Cliff Jumper, the master of the Transformers. Cliff Jumper is unfortunately moving into retirement, right, Cliff Jumper? Happy retirement. He has put in over 3+ years of service for the collective as far as Transformers related videos are concerned, but because of the recent health issues he had and just moving into a more relaxed state over here at the collective, Cliff Jumper will not be taking part of the toy videos anymore. Cliff Jumper thanks you all for watching, and he hopes that you enjoy this Transformer related video. Right, Cliff Jumper? Oh yeah, it's time to pig out, transform. Guys, with Cliff Jumper leading us in, even though he's not going to be sitting out here with us. Retirement is something, isn't it? Oh, we got another one here from Transformers. We've got Transformers Legacy Evolution, part of their Generation 2 universe. We got G2 universe. We've got Grimlock. This is probably one of the last ones that I was able to get before it completely ran out of funds to purchase anything else, and it always happens this way. Every time you run out of money, that's when the stores seem to be flooded with all kinds of really cool stuff. This guy is on the way out on all the shelves right now. A lot of this G2 Legacy Evolution stuff is disappearing for the United line of Transformers toys. But this one is looks pretty interesting. Once again, this is the same thing as the G2 Jazz, the G2 Mirage. These are unreleased G2 colors that Takara had planned for the G2 universe. I'll be putting a picture right up on the left hand side of the screen so you can kind of see what the original concept art looked like. Once again, love when they dig through the concept art to come out with another figure, even though it's just a recolor. This mold was a fantastic mold, and I'm sure there's not going to be any problems, even though I will mention this. So I went to one of my local Walmarts. I went to go get this damn figure. I picked up the box, went up to the cash register, and was getting ready to scan it when I realized that the box felt extremely light. Rattled it around a little bit, the box was empty. So yeah, nothing like getting ready to pay for a $55 figure when there's no figure in the box. Reported this course to their customer service, went back to that Walmart a few days later, and that box was back on the freaking shelf again. Walmart, you need to do better. You wonder why people steal from your store. When people go to your store to buy shit and they get an empty box, I can't imagine why they get pissed off. But let's go ahead and get this one out of the box and take a look at it. Right before we do get it out of the box, let's put it next to the 86 Grimlock that this one is based off. You can see the box is much larger. One of the things I already know is not going to be included in this G2 Universe one. There will be no wheelie in there. So let's see what he came with different, if they actually packaged anything extra with him, since the minifigure's not there.
Me, Grimlock, not nice dino. Me, best brains.
Here we go with our G2 Universe Grimlock right out of the box. I know these colors are wild and crazy looking. Let's go ahead, we'll put him next to the original 86 and see how he looks next to him. And here we go with both of them side by side. Absolutely nothing has changed in these two other than the color changes. Everything that seems pretty sturdy about this bot, much like the 86 one did. So, I mean, that is a big plus. I really do hate when they reuse molds and you get the degradation in the molds and the molds feel the arms are sloppy or the legs are sloppy. This one doesn't seem to have it. So I'm really happy about that so far. So we're going to get out his one extra that he comes with, because he only does come with one, and we'll place it next to the 86 Grimlock with his extras.
Me, Grimlock, need new strategy.
Here we go with both Grimlocks in very similar poses. Pretty much he comes with the exact same blaster that the 86 one came with. The only difference is his twin stunner gun is black instead of gray. And of course he doesn't come with the little wheelie figure that can perch up on the top of Grimlock's shoulder. There are the ports still on this one, so you definitely could move the wheelie over to it. But why didn't he at least come with, I don't know, an Energo sword or something? If you knew you weren't including the small character with him, at least include his damn sword. Just lazy in the part of Hasbro.
wrong way, you fool, I say.
Me Grimlock fool?
Grimlock is a big, huge, blocky figure, so trying to get him down into a kneeling position, it does not work. You can kind of get him into almost like that Superman type of pose and shooting up, but yeah, full kneeling position, not happening.
Me Grimlock ready, but forgot which button.
You can, however, with all the articulation that's in this one, get him into a little bit of a running type pose. Is one of the things that I loved about the original mold. There is tons of articulation in it, and every one of these joints feel nice and tight and crisp, so it can actually hold the position. And there are a few spots in this where he does have ratcheting joints as well, which is always a welcome addition when you have a much larger figure.
Me Grimlock know all about wipers. Want to hear good part of story?
Grimlock in a big, wide stance right here, showing off some more of the points of articulation. Of course, the bends in the knees, the rocks down at the feet, the big, giant ball joints and pivots that he's got up in the shoulders. Of course, he's got the turns at the biceps, got some nice elbow cuts right there. There is a little bit of hand movement as well. The hands do turn side by side. They don't rock at all because it's part of the transformation. They just kind of rock in. He does have a little bit of turn and ball movement up at the top of the head. Not a whole lot, but there is some right there. And of course, he's got a pretty decent waist joint. Now, the way the cuts work up at the hips is he's got the big side swivels on the legs so they can go out sideways. Plus, he's got a turn at the top of the, I guess it's the hip joint, that actually allows for some very good back and forth movement there as well. Once again, they did not do anything to destroy the original foundation of the mold from the 86 figure, so it carried over very nicely into this repaint.
Me Grimlock want to munch better.
And here we go with Grimlock all transformed. Gotta say, even though the color is a little strange, I am not hating it. So let's take a few more shots of him in his dino form.
I, Grimlock, used my rear molars.
And you can see right here, he does have a little bit of knee joint manipulation, even in his dino mode. And of course, his little arms move as well. He does have like the hinge right there in the elbow. And he has a little bit of a ball, so you can get a tiny bit of movement out of his little T-Rex arms.
With some Autobots, you have to explain everything.
And here we go with the last shot with him with his mouth open. The mouth does open up quite far, and there's actually a port on the inside of there. So if you have a blast effect, you could put a blast effect coming out of Grimlock's mouth to simulate him throwing fire. This one is well done, just like the original 86 Grimlock. I cannot praise that Grimlock enough. It's one of the best versions I've ever gotten of Grimlock, besides that original G1 toy that I love so damn much. But this one, it hits all the notes that it should. Now, would it have been nice, could have got down to a full nailing position maybe, but it is a pretty damn large figure, so I'm not really going to fault him too much on that one. So this one, much like the other one, I do really appreciate. The G2 colors, although strange to most people, because I know that this was unreleased artwork from Takara for part of the G2 line that they had planned, I really do like that they did this one in another color. Excellent mold, excellent figure. Nothing is degraded on this mold whatsoever. So this is an excellent find if you could still find it. These things are leaving stores quick. So if you do have a chance to be able to pick this one, especially up on clearance, I would highly recommend this figure. For us, this is much like the 86 Grimlock. This one is damn near perfection. Guinea Pig Collective is going to give this one 10 out of 10 toes.
Me Grimlock laugh.
Cliff Jumper hopes that you enjoyed this one. And he hopes that you keep coming back. He says, even though Dark Helmet's taken over, remember, I'm still here. I know, Cliff Jumper. We all know that you're still here. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.